Hello, welcome to the Busy Bee Garden. It's been a couple days since I've been out in the garden because I did have just a little bit of a injury on the trampoline with the kiddos. I sprained my ankle, so I just had to take a couple days off my feet. And so the garden's getting a little wild. I've got some stuff to do down here in it. It's that time of year anyways for it to be getting wild, and especially if it gets left alone for a couple days. So the cucumbers here are completely done. They've served me well this season. I've got a number of them to just go ahead and pull off here before I take these plants out. And then I've got some cabbage, and if I can reach it, I've got a bunch, 4 or 5 of these broccoli that I'm then gonna go ahead and put in this bed here. I believe I'm gonna be able to fit all that maybe in this long bed, we'll see. That's the plan for this morning. It's late morning already, so we'll see how that goes, and I will show you how it looks when I'm all done, because these cucumbers just look a mess now. Cucumbers, harvested everything that was left, and I think I'm gonna get these zinnias out of the way. I put them here thinking cucumbers might be here a little longer, but once they're done, I want to make as much space as I can here for the broccoli and the cabbage, and then I might have to put some of those in another spot. We'll see. They definitely will get very big, so I want to make sure they have plenty of room to grow and get big. I have a habit of definitely planting my stuff too close together all the time and then regretting it later in the gardening season for sure. So something I'm working on. One of my personal goals for gardening, better strategies for planting and planning. All right, so I guess what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of start cutting. I'm going to destroy the zinnias before I pull them up. I'll repot them. I'm just going to cut them down here so then I can just pull the vines off, but then I can just uproot them down there. And I'll be throwing everything in this bag so I can dump it out back where it kind of will just compost back there. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do the rest here, and then pull all these vines down. It should look nice after I get it all cleaned up. Alright, all the cucumbers are out. Definitely looks different. Right, all done. Cucumbers are out, so I'm ready to put some new stuff here in this bed. I think I decided, since I already have my mint right back here, I did, let's see if you can see it, I added these little trellises. Let me just pull the camera over. Added these little trellises around the mint so it can kind of grow up there and stay a little bit more contained. And then, so I decided with the space that I have here, it's not super huge, so I think I'm just gonna put the broccoli here, and then I have to figure out where I want to put the cabbage. I've got a few different ideas for that, so we'll see what I decide to do with it, but for now I'm just gonna start by putting the broccoli in here, and what I want to do is just kind of leave it in the cups, and I'm gonna plan it out a little here before I go ahead and put anything in the ground to make sure I think I do have enough space. So there's just one more. Yeah. Hopefully that's gonna work to kind of have them a little bit offset from one another. Put it right there in that little garden space. All right. I'll leave the trellis up and everything for next year. I'm sure I'll do cucumbers at the beginning of the next season right here in the same space. Definitely always like to change things around the garden here and there and from season to season, but typically I keep a bit of the same things, especially once they start doing really well. Like the peppers are always down at the end of the larger bed. And then, like I mentioned in I think another video, that I hadn't grown cucumbers here in this garden before. I'd, had experience just kind of with them, growing them somewhere else one time, but that was it. So first time growing cucumbers this season in the garden, and I thought it was really successful. There's definitely a few things I might do differently next year to maybe just get more, or really not even to get more, to maybe just get better use out of them, make sure that I know how I want to use them. But I have a ton of pickles. I think I've definitely gotten good use out of the cucumbers that we've gotten. We have used them, and I still ended up with extra though, so I'm just trying to give those away at this point and see how many more jars of pickles I can make that can be given away, Christmas presents and stuff like that, so that'll be nice. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get these broccoli plants in here. Alright, I got the broccoli in. It looks pretty good. Hopefully it gets a little more perked up here. I had gotten the starts right before I got injured in the plan of, putting them in. I was planning on doing it on my birthday, which was this past Thursday. So, yeah, that didn't happen. So they were sitting up on the deck for a while. I was just trying to keep them watered and in like a spot that doesn't get just scorched with sun, and so they fared pretty well. I finally felt like I could get down here and do this. So those are in, and now I just have to figure out where I want to put the cabbage. So that's the next thing to work on. All right, well, I got everything done yesterday that I wanted, basically. I've got a few more of the cabbage starts to put in. I just ran out of bigger containers, so I'll have to find some of those somewhere along the line tomorrow, hopefully, and then get those planted, or maybe just throw in another garden box real quick if I can throw one of those together, if I have time and if my foot allows me. So yeah, I got those in yesterday, and then this evening I came out and just kind of plucked a few things. There was really just a few cherry tomatoes, and then I also took a few green tomatoes off of some of these smaller plants to encourage those to grow a little bit taller, because the green tomatoes are just kind of sitting there sucking energy off the plant. So I want to just let them get bigger and produce more tomatoes a little bit down the road. So the other thing I did this evening is I went ahead and took neem oil and sprayed most of the garden. There's a couple plants here that are getting attacked by the bugs, and I noticed like the broccoli already was having some little buggies get to it. So got everything sprayed. Thank you so much for visiting the Busy Bee Garden today. I'm going to take these green tomatoes upstairs and a couple of the peppers that I picked from yesterday, and I'm going to make some salsa verde this evening. I'll probably post a little video about doing that over on my TikTok. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and go ahead and follow me over on TikTok for some more fun videos about the garden. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.